My name is Shukri, and today I'm doing transformation of quadratic. Step 1, I'm doing vertex form. I have a quadratic function y equals x squared 2 minus 4 x negative 3. So we have to isolate our x terms, x axis. So by doing that, we have y plus 3 equals negative x squared minus 4x. We have that. By doing that, we bring it down to y plus 3 plus 4 equals x squared plus 2 times negative 2 parentheses times x plus 4. In order to do that, we have to use our perfect square. By doing that, we have x parentheses x minus 2 squared. We have to do that twice, which means x squared 2. We have to do it twice, which x minus 2 squared. And we bring our the rest down, which x squared, which you bring your x squared. In order to get the negative 4 is in our previous, which is negative 4x. So in order to do that, you do 2 times negative 2. That gives you negative 4. In another way, you can, if you want to use the calculator, by using it, you do negative 4 divided by 2 equals negative 2 as well. So you put it in here, and you bring the rest of the stuff down. Yeah, the rest of the stuff down, which is times x plus 4. And then we come to simplify. We have to simplify it in order to get y plus 7 equals parentheses negative 2x squared. You have to add up here in the previous, which is 3 plus 4 equals 7. So you do y plus 7 equals parentheses negative x negative 2 squared. And now we have to put it in our vertex form. We have to put it in a vertex form. By doing that, we have to use this equation in order to do that, which is y equals a parentheses x negative h squared plus k. In order to do that, we have to get into our vertex form. To get this, we have to use, in order to get that, we have to use it in our vertex form. For example, we have to put in our h right here, and then we have to put it in our k right here. In order to get our 2, we have to go back to in our h. You take the 2, and it becomes automatically positive, so which is positive 2. And then we have to look for our k. So k equals negative 7. You get it from our last, which is plus k, which is negative 7. And then we come up to our next step is graphing. In order to graph it, we have to go back in our previous equation, which is y equals a in our h in case. So a equals negative, a equals positive.
The library is closing in 5 minutes.
So we have to use in a equals k, h equals 2, and k equals negative 7. In order to do that, we have to make a graph. And when we make a graph, you have to put in your old equation here. Second, when you make your old, you have to go back which is, you already got it, is 2, which is the h, and then negative 7 is your k. No, yeah, is your k. So, yeah, and you have to use your old point, which is 2, negative 7. In order to do that, you have to go back and use your 2 and negative 7, which is your old. After you do that, you have to draw a line, which is your axis symmetry. In order to do that, yeah, and then you have to create a new equation for this. In order to do that, you have to use an equation y equals negative 2 square negative 7 parentheses negative 7. In order to do that, you have to, in order to plot your points, you have to create a chart, which is your x and y chart. And then you have to get 1, you place 1 in the x. So you do, for example, you do 1 minus 2 squared negative 7, that gives you negative 6. 0, you do 0 minus 2 squared negative 7, that gives you negative 3. Negative 1 minus 2 squared negative 7, that gives you 2. 3, you plug it in 3. 3 minus 2 squared negative 7, that gives you 2. Negative 4, that gives you negative 4. And next, after you plug it in, you go back. So which you do 1, you put your old one here, and then you do 1 comma 6, which is right there. You put your plot right here. 1 comma negative 6, 0, 0, negative 3, you come here, 0, negative 3, you plug it in here. This was negative 6, negative comma 6, and then now here is 0, negative 3. You plug it in. And then you plug it in all the points, and you will get a frowny, smiley parabola. Your last step, which is the third, is
Okay.
Your last step is transformation, flipping the parabola of frowning. So in order to do that, to change the parabola, you have to switch the sign, which you go up, which is originally was a equal 1, but instead of 1, you change to negative. So you come down, and then you have an equation, y equals negative 1, y equal negative apostrophe parenthesis negative 2x negative 2 square negative 7. That's your new plot equation. You know, and then you put your old one, you bring your old one, and then you will have a frowny parabola. Thank you. That's